The results of the international fact-finding mission on Israeli settlement building in the occupied Palestinian territories came out of Geneva on Thursday and did not mince words. The report said that Israel remains full control of planning and implementation of its illegal settlement building program in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, and that the documented offenses may constitute war crimes.
To transfer civil population in an occupied territory is prohibited by Article 49 of the Geneva Convention and falls under the provision of Article 8 of the ICC statute.
The report outlined the repercussions that the Israeli occupation has had on Palestine. For one, it detailed the severe impact that the occupation has had on the self-determination of Palestinians. Second, the judges said the mission is concerned about the impact the occupation has had on Palestinian children over the years. Third, they add, is what the international community is willing to actually do about it.
Number three, what we have said, as Madam Shene has said, is that it is an offense under the under international law. How that is going to play out, its implementation, is something for the international institutions to take up and decide in the parameter of their jurisdiction and their procedures and legislation.
A deputy spokesman for UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon told Press TV that the UN Security Council would have to take action on the report's findings to straighten out the massive wrongdoing that the settlements represent. The Council has tried on a number of occasions, but each time member states in support of a resolution were defeated by unilateral U.S. vetoes or the threat of them. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon released a statement on Thursday backing up the report and again calling the settlement building illegal. Now, we pressed the deputy spokesman, Eduardo Del Boy, on what Ban could do if he were thinking outside the box. In other words, what measures could Ban take other than a simple condemnation that would bring about the change that the fact-finding mission is looking for? The answer is not much.
Well, you know, the SG is governed by the regulations of the organization, and it's the Security Council that has to take steps in order in anything of that nature. The Secretary General can't act unilaterally, no matter how outside the box or inside the box it is. He has to follow Security Council and General Assembly guidelines.
The UN's Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in the Palestinian territories, Richard Falk, doesn't feel any such constraints. On his last visit to the UN, he called for a boycott of all companies profiting from Israeli settlement building in the occupied territories until they fall into line with international human rights law and standards. It's something that U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Susan Rice, took to heart, calling it irresponsible and unacceptable. Hank Flynn, Press TV, New York.